it still kind of makes sense because like the other trailers are kind of essentially like almost like commercials for the movie that's going to be coming out. Hey, this is going to be coming out in 2 to 3 months. Get excited for it.
I saw one that's for coming out next year, but since it's August now,
Yeah.
next year is not necessarily that far away.
Yeah, but it's also it doesn't give you like a timeline of next year. It's like coming out 2026. I'm like,
No,
well,
just eventually.
like, are you talking about like December 2026? Because at that point, people can have like 2 babies in between that time. I think
your math is tricking me.
it could be. Hold on. So if they pump it out right now,
It would be 16 months. So you're,
Well,
you're a couple months shy,
months shy.
unless you're counting on premature babies.
hey, that's all I bank on, preemie babies.
Well, okay, actually, you're not wrong. Just technically, if someone was already pregnant now,
True.
they could have the baby. So yeah, so your math does work. It does not take into account when the pregnancy began.
Yeah, so they just had to get pregnant about like 3 months ago, and then just wait that like month period, and then get pregnant again.
I'm surprised more people don't time their pregnancies based on the movie releases. Welcome to the Rubber Duck Syndicate. Yeah.
Oh shit! They're like, oh, new Guardians of the Galaxy coming out. Let's crank out this kid.
Yeah, so we're going to name our daughter Nebula, by the way. Which I'm sure is actually some kid's name somewhere.
Oh, I don't feel terribly bad, but there's someone out there, a small child, out there named Gamora right now.
Gamora.
There's at least a dozen Gamoras.
Yeah, which I don't know. I'm torn on the idea. One, it's a interesting like made up sci-fi name because
Yes.
and now people know the movies, so they know where it comes from. But it's also a homophone for one of them Bible story cities.
Yeah.
So it's like, wait a minute, did you name your child after like the annihilation of sin? Oh no, it's spelled differently. Oh no, named it after like a green space badass.
Oh, no, it wasn't about the annihilation of sin. It was an annihilation of just like somewhat bad shit. Like when somebody like borrows your car but doesn't put gas back in it. That's not a sin. They're just a dick.
And worthy of annihilation?
Yes, exactly. It's like, oh, you borrowed my car? Cool. You returned it back in good shape? Oh, it was on full and now it's on like 2 notches.
Always fill up the car when you borrow it.
Yes, people,
that's a hard, fast rule.
Whenever you borrow someone's car, fill it back up. Just whatever state it was in, like even if they give it to you with like a quarter tank of gas,
fill it up.
Fill it the fuck up. You're like, oh, I can't afford it. Well, then you can't afford to borrow a fucking car. Then get the fuck out of here. I'm angry about people that do shit like that.
Yeah, you should try it when you have a truck. My dad had a truck for a few years, and it's like everyone's best friends. And like my cousin has a truck. Like I don't have a truck. People ask me to move stuff because I am large. Mm-hmm. But having the truck, suddenly everyone has that one little thing that they need to move, and
you're like, it's just one small thing. You're like, okay, maybe I can help you out. Oh, it's on the 4th floor. No elevator, and it's a couch that from 1878.
So it's a live bear.
It's just we already knocked it out. You just have to carry the legs of it. That's all you got to do.
I imagine moving an unconscious bear is a pretty tough job in the first place.
It is, depending on how much he weighs.
I see what you did there.
Yeah. Gay jokes. Yeah, I don't do a lot of them, so I had to get it in there,
Now tell them about your driving directions thing.
Oh, yes. I want to tell you about that. So, I learned this from a friend a while ago. I forget which friend it was, but it made it's my friend Mike. So when I was living in Atlanta or Georgia, because when you say Atlanta, people are like, "Oh, what?" I was like, you know what?
Like most of Georgia is Atlanta now. I think it's sprawled out everywhere.
So we were driving around Atlanta, And we were going somewhere, and he's like, "Oh, I'll tell you the directions to get there." Cool. He's like, "Oh, turn right here, turn left here." I was like, and we're coming to the intersection. As we're talking, I was like, "Oh, do I go right or straight?" He's like, "You don't go straight." I was like, "What? You want me to turn right?" And he's like, "No, don't go straight." I was like, "There's only two directions." He's like, "It's not straight. It's gaily forward." I was like, "Yes."
Yeah, he yells at me in the car when I'm giving directions. He actually has committed to this never going straight again thing.
Yes, it's always gaily
Which
forward.
I must admit, I admire your commitment to the joke.
Oh, it's not a joke. It's a lifestyle. It's a thing that you must do. You have to go gaily forward.
I'm sure it's just a phase.
It's been a phase now for... Shit, when did I come out? I came out in 2005?
Well, you said you had a girlfriend in high school, right?
No girlfriend in high school.
Oh.
I did briefly date a woman when I was living in Georgia. It was... I'm like, well, obviously it was kind of awkward.
Look, she was into me. I mean, it was great.
Well, she really was. So that's the thing. Like, and I really liked her too. And like, I'm not sure if we actually like say it like we officially were dating, but we did go to Bonaroo. We did bump uglies. And like after that, it just became like very weird. In the sense that like
After that, it became very weird.
yeah, because we were,
Was this like? Had you suspected that you were, going to come out?
not immediately, because like when this was going on, this was like maybe a whole year before I actually came out. I always had the feelings. It's always been underneath. I just never let it out and expressed it.
It's like according to what everyone said, sex should have been more fun than that.
It was okay. It wasn't the like.
That's the thing about sex. Even when it's not great, it's still pretty great.
I'll tell you about that later.
You've told me that horrible story. No,
Oh, I gotta tell them too. They have to know. They can't be in suspense and be like, "Oh, I'm going to tell you about this."
We're going to cut away and have O give a solo recount of that story. I don't think I can hear it again.
So it was okay. And like I was like, okay, this is pretty all right. And like that was the like realistically, I think like the first time actually like having sex with a woman. I was 22, 23. Yeah, like around that age. But like what made it awkward is like we worked in the same place. So I would constantly see her, she'd see me, but then it became very awkward because I think we were trying to date, but like we would have like different schedules and like we would see each other at work, but I was also working two jobs. So she just kind of like, I guess, having more distance. I was having more distance, and then like at some point I actually left Best Buy when I was working there and started working somewhere else. I was still trying to keep in contact with her, but I think she just kind of, we just went separate ways. But like I said, it wasn't like a horrible experience where...
It wasn't a thing you needed to break up from.
Correct. It wasn't a horrible experience like some other like gay or bi or whatever you want to classify yourself as experience, because sometimes they were like, "Oh, it was the worst thing." And I was like, it was fine. It was okay. It wasn't exactly what I wanted, but I was like, I tested it out. I want to see.
Gave it the old college try.
Yeah, I gave it a little college try. In the process, I lost my gold star.
I've heard the phrase "gold star lesbian." I never really, heard the gold star concept applied to dudes.
Oh well,
is that a thing that is common?
It is. So the gold star kind of applies to, I believe, a lot of people under the LGBT umbrella. Especially if you're a gay or a lesbian. So that means that, like, if you're a lesbian, you have never slept with a man. It's gay. That means you have never slept with a woman. So that means you're a gold star.
Like, oh, congratulations. Yeah, good for you. You knew who you were to begin with. Fine.
Yeah, so there's some people that are very proud of that. They're like, I'm a gold star. I never slept with a man. Or I was like,
Which that could mean, several things. It could mean you had a handle on your, identity as a gay or LGBTQ person, early on, or it could mean that, you were ugly.
way to stick it to him. But there's actually something beyond that, too.
Beyond goals? Mm-hmm. Out of sheer morbid curiosity, what is it?
It is Platinum Star.
Platinum Star?
It is Platinum Star.
And what constitutes a Platinum Star alphabetical person?
All right, so a Platinum Star is a person that, I guess it really only can apply to gay men, is if they were born via C-section. So that means their body
has
never touched a vagina at all. There has been no interaction with the vagina in their part, so they are a Platinum Star. I'm like, someone came up with this.
Well, now, again, this is also possibly problematic because now we're getting into the whole when does life begin debate.
Yes.
So if if you have a more Catholic leaning standard, you may have interacted at the moment of conception.
True. So, but...
So there's no such thing as a Platinum Star Catholic gay person.
Possibly. But...
We're getting into some very specific categories now.
But we can actually think of something beyond that. So what happens...
We're running out of rare earth elements here.
No, titanium.
Titanium?
Because isn't titanium more than platinum?
No, titanium is just, like as far as like precious metals go, platinum. There's less platinum on Earth than there is gold. Mm-hmm. Titanium, I don't know what the amount of titanium is, but it's not considered a precious metal. It's just an industrial metal, and it was really cool because it's stronger than steel and much lighter, but it has its other problems too.
Okay.
There's that one song, I can't remember who sings it, but the "I Am Titanium" song, where it's clearly supposed to be a metaphor for how strong and independent she is.
Yeah.
Which works on multiple levels because on the one hand, titanium is very strong and lasts forever. Mm-hmm. But on the other hand, like the industrial complications of it, like it is famous for being difficult to bond to other metals. So that really fills in her metaphor.
All right, so if we can't go past platinum, maybe we can do gem, like say a diamond.
Diamond, yeah.
All right, so let's say someone is a diamond,
a diamond star gay person.
Yeah, diamond star gay person. That person was born via in vitro. So, eggs were extracted from the woman, squirted on there, squirt.
Not so much squirted as injected. A friend of mine used to be an in vitro technician, and so actually they have like absurdly tiny needles, and they get them under the microscope, and they actually they really do just inject it right into the cell.
Damn, I thought they were just like a handful of it.
Just mix it up with a whisk, we're good.
Get them eggs going, yeah.
Beat until stiff.
Okay, so in vitro, eggs taken out, sperm injected, host mother, complications, born via C-section. So I guess that person would be a diamond badged gay. So,
I'm sure we can extend the hypotheticals to even further absurd lengths.
Like what? What can we go with?
Well, so we got past in vitro fertilization.
Mm-hmm.
Hypothetically,
yes.
What if Jesus had been born gay? Immaculate conception. So that's like, sapphire level? I don't know.
Well, what's the fucking, that stuff they use in, like, plutonium?
Plutonium level?
Jeez.
Yeah, because this conversation will definitely, inspire some people to go fully nuclear.
Gay Jesus, plutonium level gay. Yes.
Yeah, we're hitting on all the real deep philosophical things here.
Oh my goodness, I love it. Because like, who else would talk about this aside from us?
I mean, we could call the Pope.
I'm not sure if he's taking any calls right now because like he's
Well, not from America anyway.
well, we would have to change it to like a Chicago number. So he'd be like, "Oh, hey, it's my friend, Vic."
Oh, it's one of my boys.
Like, "Hey, Vic," and I'm like, "Hey, Pope." He's like, "Ah."
Yeah, speaking of popes and being from places,
Yes.
the former pope, not the current one who was from Chicago, the former one was from Buenos Aires.
Yes.
And while he was there, before he was pope, he was a cardinal or bishop, or I forget what the actual Catholic rank was, but he apparently officiated over a distant, or one of my Argentine cousins' wedding.
Oh,
so
sweet.
I'm related to somebody who was married by the Pope.
Ooh, fantastic. I'm pretty sure they got that like everywhere in their house where like they're standing there like next to the Pope and
It's
they're
like,
like,
we are printing up copies of our wedding photos and putting those on eBay.
the whole house is just plastered with like pictures of them getting married and having the cardinal slash whatever.
The way that we had a Catholic wedding before, but we are super Catholic now.
Like we are so Catholic, we're gonna have 15 kids because we don't know the rhythm. Like, don't they have like a rhythm that you're
Oh
supposed
yeah,
to?
yeah, the rhythm method, and that's like it's basically counting days between ovulation and
Yeah.
period. So and it is theoretically very sound, except for the fact that women's bodies are in fact complex organic instruments,
True.
and so they do things differently from time to time.
Yeah, because their whole biology could just change in a day or over time. The body is a strange and wonderful thing, but also
And also really gross.
it's so it is so gross at different times. You're like, what is your body doing, and why is it producing that? Where the fuck did you get this or eat this to produce that? What is wrong with you? And you're like, oh, it's just some kind of random disease that came out of nowhere.
I think I'm turning into Spider-Man. Flip.
Yeah, so you start coming out of your wrist. Yeah, I don't think you're Spider-Man anymore. I think you're just a mutant.
Spider-Man
Not-
wasn't a mutant.
I know, like
Yeah, getting into deep cut Marvel exclusive nerdery.
yes, because I know about that where Spider-Man joined the X-Men for a brief period of time, and then they found out like, oh, you weren't a natural born mutant. Get the fuck out of here, Spider-Man.
Seriously?
Yeah.
X-Men were racist against Spider-Man? Okay, that is inherently funny and also a very clever social commentary.
Well, it makes sense because so this school was, born like it was created to help and aid the children who had
Transition from being a child to a mutant powered person.
yeah, they always had the mutant the mutant gene in their body, and then just kind of flourished when they're like a teenager. And then they went to the route of like, oh, you got your powers, you're doing this, and we know that you got it when you're a teenager. We'll help you out. And then they were like, wait, you weren't born with this? Like, oh, you got it from someone, or
I converted.
Yeah. Yeah, so they were like, get the fuck out of here. You are not a mutant. So, yeah, that was a weird thing to think about because, if you think about it, on other levels, how would that translate? Because if people didn't know, X-Men, so with Professor X and Magneto, it was kind of based on Martin Luther King and Malcolm X.
That had never occurred to me.
Oh, here, let me educate you.
No, I knew it was all social commentary and civil rights stuff.
Yeah.
But it never occurred to me that they were based on specific people.
Yeah, and I believe Stan Lee did many interviews about it, talking about, Stan Lee and other people that helped create it talked about it was always about, a group of people that was always outcast by other people and looked down upon because others thought they were, trying to take over, do whatever. They saw them as inferior when they were actually somewhat superior, but they didn't want to show off being superior. They just want to show like, hey, we want to live in society too. We might just be a little bit different, but we want to live in society also, which translates into when, like back in the day when they created, because of this. Oh, okay, just make sure you knew.
Your forearm?
Just because, like, if people didn't like, obviously the people that are listening to audio, I went to my skin tone because I am a black person. I know, gasp, audible gasp. But yeah, X-Men were kind of based on the social realization that, you know, a lot of people are getting outcast for no reason. So Stanley was like, oh, hey, let me kind of circumvent that and create the X-Men. They're somewhat outcast in the society, but they're just regular people. So what he ended up doing, or the people that ended up creating it, they took the nonviolent route, which was Professor X. He's like, I want to help these people. I want to make sure they're thrive in society, all that great stuff. And then you have Magneto, who kind of represents...
He was a separatist.
Yeah. He's like, yeah, our people are great. We can do our own thing. We'll do it by any means necessary. So a lot of people don't really realize that, which is it's kind of disheartening to find that out especially when there are people that are big X-Men fans or like fans of Marvel and things like that, and they got tattoos and different things, and then I explained that to them, and they're like, what? Really? I was like, yeah, if you do the one-to-one comparison, you can see that.
Yeah, Magneto totally looks just like Malcolm X.
Exactly. Because I'm pretty sure you can look up pictures. Malcolm X has been floating around in his underwear. Don't go like, Malcolm X.
Yeah, and also Sir Ian McKellen was going to play him in a biopic.
Sir Ian McKellen as Malcolm X. You know what I want now? And you just sparked my imagination. I want Sir Ian McKellen to just drop the N-word one time. Just once. Just in his British accent.
But you're going to have to get an approval from the entire
everyone
community.
loves him. There is no one that actually hates him for any reason.
But there is still a threshold beyond which, have you seen the movie Dope?
I have not.
Movie about this. The main character is a high school black, like gifted student, like just really smart kid, and he just gets through coincidence and misadventure gets involved with some drug dealers who are basically forcing him to sell weed for him. And he sets up this whole Bitcoin exchange thing. But like one of his friends, he's got a couple of friends that are like helping out as sidekicks. One of his friends is a white dude, one of the dudes from Workaholics, the dude with all the hair.
Oh yeah. I forget his name at the moment.
Yeah, and he is just like he's so earnestly excited about like hip hop culture and black culture, and he wants so bad to be allowed to say the N-word, not because he wants to call anyone that, but because he wants to be accepted to the point where he's allowed to say it.
Yeah.
And so there's one scene which is absolutely hilarious because he's talking to one of the other friends who is of the community. And eventually, like, just keeps, come on, please, and like, where's this? All right, okay, just once. And he says it, and she slaps the shit out. I was like, no, I couldn't let it happen. It's one of the funniest scenes I've ever seen.
See, like, I think there's a key difference in that. So, like, for that character, he wants to say it. Like, he wants to say it so it can be accepted into the culture, so that, like, I guess he can rap along and things like that. He has a desire to really say it. For Sir Ian McKellen, like, he has to say it. Like, he has to be Malcolm X. I want him to have that little, like, little high top. Ooh, what?
Malcolm X and Morgan Freeman in a rap battle.
Oh my God.
We've just won the internet. If we can pull that off.
Ooh, but okay, I got it. So Sir Ian McKellen versus Morgan Freeman, but Sir Ian McKellen's hype man, obviously Patrick Stewart.
Yes.
And Morgan Freeman's hype man, Keith David.
Keith David. I don't know, does Keith David? I mean, he has such a like his voice has so much gravitas. Like I just can't imagine him doing like the hype stuff. Like I'm sure he has played excited characters in the past, but every character that I remember him playing has been.
I'm gonna go off camera and I'm gonna come back with him. Samuel L. Jackson.
Perfect. Perfection. We're done.
Get hype, motherfuckers! Morgan Freeman's on the motherfucking set!
This is objectively the greatest idea of all time.
And, oh my goodness, I want that to happen so much.
We need to make this happen.
Well,
We're going to start a petition, y'all.
we're going to get a GoFundMe going of at least $500 million to get Sir Ian McKellen, Sir Patrick Stewart, Morgan Freeman, and Samuel L. Jackson to have an epic rap battle.
While we're at it, let's get Morgan Freeman and Samuel L. Jackson knighted.
Yes, they definitely need to be knighted. If they don't get knighted, it's racist.
It's true. Moving on.
We can't move on. Yeah, we can.
we have to.
Okay. So I guess we have to go back to the beginning of what we were talking about earlier. So we were talking about
rewinding X-Men, Gold Star, gay people.
Yeah. Nuclear gay Jesus, I guess.
Nuclear gay. That's the name of my band. Nuclear gay Jesus.
Oh, that'd be the perfect. Oh well, you can.
Guess what kind of music it would be? Fusion.
What fusions are you going to bring together?
Oh, jazz and rock, clearly.
So it's going to just be all over the place. Great. Because I was thinking, like, say, if you were doing Nuclear Gay Jesus, that'd be a good DJ name. And you have like the big ass helmet or some kind of gimmick.
A big LED glowing cross.
Yeah, just like have that little halo thing.
You just have a cross sticking straight up out of the helmet.
Or just like the helmet, they have a helmet look like a Bible, and have the cross like this, but like the pages like flip, and then like have different symbols and shit like that. Oh my goodness, gay nuclear Jesus is gonna come to life. I want that to happen. Okay,
we've got so many projects to get started on now.
Yeah, we've got so many projects and no money for it.
Story of my life.
Yeah. Okay.
Also ADD.
That too. Yeah. Gay Nuclear Jesus, Platinum Star people. We were talking about links of movie trailers. There was something else I wanted to come back to. Oh, the bad sex.
Oh, God.
We run away now. Nope. You gotta stay for this. Yeah, you're going to have to suffer through it again.
Ladies and gentlemen of the internet, I apologize in advance.
I don't. Because there is such a thing as bad sex. And
first, we should preface this by saying, yes, there are obviously such things as bad sex, i.e., say, non-consensual.
Correct.
That is bad sex.
I thought that was just already implied.
But we want to explicitly state that, just in case.
Yes, just please know that we are on board of the sexiest thing ever is consent.
The only thing sexier is enthusiastic consent.
Yes. All right. So, he's heard the story before. I have to tell you about it too, because it is people. I get with adults and they don't know what the fuck is going on, and I'm like, how the fuck do you exist this long and be this terrible at it? So, a guy I kind of briefly knew, met him on an app, chatted a little bit, and hyped up and down, saying that he gave the best, BJs. I'm not sure if that's going to get edited out or whatever.
You're telling this story and you're thinking of editing that part out?
I don't know.
The story centers on that, if I recall correctly.
It does. I'm not sure how far you can go into when like you're explicitly talking about things like this.
Just start using colorful euphemisms. You know,
Okay,
he was great at knob jobbing.
Well, I guess we have to like, so like not drawing. We have to do something else probably. I think that is Stuart coming in. Yes. So I won't go into gory details of it because I don't want to take up too much of your time. Talk about his skills being orally inclined. I was like, okay, cool. Let's meet up. Set up a time, set up a date, came to my house, and we're going at it. And it was the worst. It was bad. I mean, it was so bad because he, grazed with his teeth every so often. Only can go past like I'm not gonna talk about my member, but like he can only go about like I say maybe an inch and a half into his mouth. I'm a little bit more blessed than that, and that's how as far as he can actually go.
Shallow throat.
So it was the shallowest. It's like if he was sucking on a lollipop, he would just choke on it. So not only was it like very shallow, not only was it like he grazed with his teeth every so often, not only could he not keep rhythm of just like a beat, where it's like,
you want a metronome?
Yeah, just a rhythm. Everything
if you
like
move without rhythm, you won't attract the worm.
I mean,
that's it. Dune was all just a clear metaphor for bad gay sex.
It probably was. That's what it was. Oh, you got so much. Hold on.
Another project.
Okay, and like I'll just finish this with like not only like all those elements line up like no movement that like head. It was just barely like. I was like, okay, I was like, hey, let me help you out. Cranked it out, finished. And I was like, hey, you know what? I got a interview in like 30 minutes. I'm going to shower up and leave. He's like, okay, you want it? I was like, nope, I'm good. So he leaves, goes outside, sits in his car in the, like, on the street, actively looking on the, like, apps. Because I can see him, like, he hadn't moved in, like, 20, 30 minutes. My roommate at the time comes back, goes into his room, and he's like, hey, is there someone sitting? I was like, yeah, it was a very bad experience. He's like, yeah, he tried to hit me up to do something else. I'm like, say no. Just immediately say no. Like, he already said no, like, prior to that, but I was like, no, don't do. So it was just, like, everything was just so bad. And I'm like, I could have been nice. I could have taught him something. I could have been more vocal about it to tell him, like, hey, you're doing bad or do this. I just want him to go. I'm like, you need to leave. I was like, there is no redemption. The worst part about it is I think he was in a relationship with someone, an open relationship with someone. So that means his partner is just getting bad head all the time. So I just feel bad for that person if they're still together. I didn't give any names, so, if you're out there and you know who you are, be better. just get better.
And for my part, as far as I remember, I've never had a bad sexual experience. And if I did, I'm confident that it was my fault.
Well, at least you accept blame. At least you're like, hey, you know what? This could have been on me. That could have been my fault. My bad. Better next time, hopefully.
God, I'm alone. What? And that's the end of the show.
Is it?
We need to go soon. Let's see. We get 20 to 5.
It's 20. Well, no, we got time because, like I said, we got.
Okay, well, Fine, keep being funny then.
Oh, we will. I'm just kidding. Well, you got to think also, like as we were talking about earlier, previews in the movies are way longer than they should be. Because we're going to go see the Naked Gun movie, which we heard is pretty fucking hilarious.
Actually, I haven't heard anything about it, but I still want to see it.
According to, like, say, Rotten Tomatoes and other people, they were saying that, like, yeah, it's kind of return to form for a lot of that type of genre of comedy movie. So I'm like, okay,
Oh,
cool.
so we're gonna have some good slapstick in there.
Yes,
I'm looking forward to that.
because I looked. Oh,
But side note, apparently, I just read this today. For the first time in history, Rotten Tomatoes has a movie with a perfect 0% score.
oh, we have to talk about that.
Yeah, it's the Ice Cube War of the Worlds movie on Amazon Prime.
Yes.
And just that is astounding. A 0% score.
Now I can see why it's getting that. Like, I haven't watched the full movie. I've seen a clip of it that my brother sent me. The clip, and I'm going to explain it because it's out there and it's available. It's not like pirated from the movie. Ice Cube is in whatever room he's in because he works for the government. He's in a secret.
The freezer?
Yeah, I guess it's
Because his name's Ice Cube. Should have quit while we were ahead.
we could have, but I think it would have been too short. But he's in whatever location he's in, isolated, and I guess he's working with other people via Zoom.
Yeah, apparently they shot the whole movie during COVID.
And there's a reason why, like, it should have just stayed in COVID at that point. So he's in whatever location he's in. He's working with other people via Zoom, and they're like, "Oh, hey, we got the file to corrupt whatever the alien ship is or whatever it is. I'll send it to you." Sends it. He's like, "Download it to your thumb drive." I don't have a thumb drive.
The world ends because they didn't have a thumb drive?
Ice Cube was like, "I don't have a thumb drive." And they're like, "What? How do you not have a thumb drive?" Here's where it gets so much better. So he's like, "I don't have a thumb drive. You know what? I can take care of that. I got a thumb drive right here." "All right, cool. What you got to do is order it on Amazon. I can airdrop it to you via drone." So he goes.
That really happened. Oh, God.
It
I thought that was a joke that someone wrote in the description I was reading. Oh, my God.
It is real. And they actually show him going to Amazon, typing in thumb drive, going to a particular thumb drive, hitting purchase, doing ship to me now. And they're showing the address, showing that it's actually going to be with the drone going to his address. They show all of this in the movie clip.
Well, civilization was fun, folks.
Oh, civilization has been fucking gone for a while. Like, but they have that whole process instead of just like be like, "We're gonna drop it off to you like via drone." He's like, "You have to order it through Amazon." It's like, what the fuck is going on with this?
So, the upshot is Amazon saves the world.
Amazon saves the world. Via
I feel like that film might be somewhat biased by the production team.
Oh, you think? You mean this movie that is on Amazon Prime, talking about using Amazon Prime to purchase a thumb drive on Amazon Prime is a little bit biased? Really?
Was it Amazon's preferred choice thumb drive?
It actually was.
Of course.
And they were showing the pricing and everything. I was like,
Now that's risky, because if they show the price of a product in a movie they made and the price changes in the future, people can look back on that and just it'll break the realism.
True, but like just think about like older movies you watch now. You're like, oh, like it might have been current at the time and enjoyed, but then you go back and watch it, you're like, oh, this is like a little bit problematic. But also you look, you're like, oh, gas was 79 cents per gallon.
Yeah. Like my parents tell stories of when they were growing up when gas was a quarter.
Yeah, I feel very old because I can talk to someone in their in their 20s, and how the age that they were growing up. Gas has always been two something and change here in North Carolina. I vividly remember when I think I was 18, 19, because I was working at a pizza place. Uh, Gas was under $1. I think it was like the 99 cents was like for the premium, 79 cents was like for the regular. And I remember this because they were charging or gave us like $1 delivery. So like every delivery I would do, I was like, oh, I can fill up my tank. And then like after I filled my tank up for $12, because like I used only that much gas, I was like, oh, I did 20 deliveries a day. I got extra $8 plus my tips. I got drinking money. Yeah. Not anymore. So also like, go back watching stuff and they're like, oh, you look at the like McDonald's menu and they were like, oh, want a Big Mac this and this.
McDonald's has been creeping the prices up for a while.
Oh, it's been fucking insane. Someone did a video of McDonald's prices now versus McDonald's prices back in, I believe, 2007. Everything has gone up on average from 60% to, I think, 205%.
Yeah, slightly above inflation.
Yeah, it's like, because I'm pretty sure you can remember when a McDouble was $1.
Oh, I remember that they had, I can't remember the last time they did it, but in the early 2000s at some point, they had like the nostalgia special or something like that. So for a certain day or a certain week or something of the year, they priced their hamburgers and cheeseburgers, like the regular singles, the way
29 and 39 cents.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah, and like so we poor college kids were coming out of there with bags full of burgers.
Yeah, I remember that because that was our kind of family thing that we did. I think it was on Tuesdays. Well, it was Tuesdays and Thursdays because like Tuesdays were hamburgers, Thursdays were cheeseburgers, and you're only allowed to get like 20 per visit. So what my mom would do is like go to McDonald's, order 20 cheeseburgers, and like 4 large fries. So she would get away with feeding the entire family for less than, I would say, like $12.
And you had 6 brothers?
Well, 6 total, but like at that time, like in the house, it would have been myself, my mom, one of my sisters, and then she was also a foster mother, so it would have been anywhere from like 2 to about 4 or 6 foster kids that would be there. So she would go in, like, buy the 20, get the 4 fries, and depending on how many people were in the house, so if there were, say, 10 people there, she's like, oh, okay, well, I got my 20 and the fries here. Hey, won't you go inside, get an extra, 10 and another 2 things of fries, so everyone gets, like, 3 cheeseburgers and some fries. And we still get away with feeding 10 people for $15.
Yeah. Which you can't do legally here now.
Not with legal meat. Hey kids, have you ever had some ostrich?
Today we're having a special on Smeat.
Smeat. Well, that's essentially Spam, which is fucking delicious.
You ever seen the off-brand Spam Treat, Treet? Spam had a knockoff competitor. Well, I don't know if they're still around, but it was another potted meat product called Treat. I remember that from my childhood.
Oh my goodness. I didn't know there was a knockoff of Spam. I thought Spam was a knockoff of like everyone else and it was just, king of the knockoffs. But
what are they knocking off? Spam was a unique thing.
True. But it was also like, hey, you want meat-like product? Spam.
You know, I think the story behind Spam is it was related to a product that they came up with for the soldiers during World War II. And that's also why Spam is hugely popular in Hawaii, because there were a lot of sailors there with a lot of, you know, potted meat rations, and it became a very popular thing.
Yeah, because there wasn't a ton of trade going on to Hawaii, I guess at that point. So we're like, oh, hey, we're going to send meat there. Yeah, we're going to send canned meat so it can last for years and years and years.
It'll last long enough to ship it. I mean,
Yeah.
in the 50s, shipping meat over an ocean was a terrifying idea.
Well, they did it before.
Well, yeah, but that was like sending livestock.
So you call this livestock?
Oh, dear God.
Ha ha! And that is the end of our show.
I give up.
Thank you for being at the Rubber Duck Syndicate. Bye.